YouTube, I'm Crystal of Crystalsewsandstuff.com. Welcome and welcome back to the channel where I share sewing pattern reviews and other fun related content. So today I'm here to share with you my review of 3 patterns that I made for the BHM Pattern Designers Challenge. Now, if you didn't know, the BHM Pattern Designers Challenge is a fun Instagram challenge created by Tabitha of So Natural Dane here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. And she created this fun challenge in order for us to celebrate Black pattern designers during the month of February, which is Black History Month here in the U.S. and in other places as well. And anyway, this is such a fun challenge, and it's been going on for 4 years now, and I've had a lot of fun participating in the challenge. And this year I'm one of the ambassadors for the challenge. And so this is a really fun challenge where all you have to do is sew up a pattern. It can be a quilting pattern, a sewing pattern, embroidery design pattern, knitting, a crochet pattern, bag pattern, so anything kind of crafty like that. And all you have to do is create something during the month of February by a Black pattern designer and use the hashtag BHMPatterndesigners as well as tag Tabitha at So Natural Dane on Instagram during the month of February. So those are the basic guidelines, and I'll leave a link to her guideline video so you can check that out for even more details. So you can check out my Instagram channel for more inspiration of the makes that I've made in past years, as well as I'm sharing some of the sponsors for this year's challenge, as well as some discount codes as well, so you can go ahead and check those out, and I'll leave a link to that in the description box. So now let's get into the 3 makes that I chose for this year's challenge. So the first thing that I sewed up is what I'm wearing right now, and this is the Tia blouse by Michelle Sews, and she made this beautiful pattern, and it's so cute. I love how it turned out. And this is a pattern that it has 2 different options. You can sew it as a short sleeve or a long sleeve, and I decided to go with the long sleeve version. And it is designed for bust sizes of 31 inches to 57 inches, and it comes in sizes 6 through 30, and sizes 6 through 20 are available in sizes B cup, and then sizes 16 through 30 are available for a D cup. So I really liked it, and there's a little bit of overlap as well. So I do like that it comes in 2 different cup sizes so they can reach a wider range of people. And so let me tell you a little bit more about the pattern. Now, this pattern is designed for your lightweight fabrics and drapier fabrics. So this is a lightweight cotton lawn, and this beautiful geometric print was designed by Tabitha as part of the BHM Pattern Designers Fabric line. And this fabric was sent to me by Tabitha for being one of the ambassadors for the challenge. And I just love this print. It has these beautiful triangle geometric designs all over it, and it has a mint green background. And then there are also different colorways that have a pink background. I believe there's a blue one as well. And so it's really pretty, and it's a nice lightweight cotton, and it really helps the sleeves stand out. And so I really like that about this fabric for this style. And so this pattern is available as short sleeves, so you can do it with a cute short sleeve, or you can do it the long sleeves with the cuffs. And I just love the way the cuffs look, because they're a billowy cuff, kind of like a bishop sleeve cuff, because the cuff is it looks about 4 or 5 inches long, and so I really like the cuff on it. So I sewed up a size 10 in this pattern, and that is for my 36-inch bust, and I love the fit of it. It has the pattern doesn't have a lot of pattern pieces, so you have your front piece, you have your back, which is cut on the fold, you have your back piece, and that's cut on the fold, and then you have your sleeves, short or long, then you have cuffs, and then you have a sleeve binding right here that goes into the cuff. And so not a ton of pattern pieces. And then you also have your front and back facing. The directions are very clear and in color, and very detailed. I really like all the details in the pattern's instructions. It really explains how to create the facings, as well as how to do your back, attach the back facing so that you can have this cute slit in the back for the opening, and that's how you get in and out of the pattern. But the directions are very clear in telling you how to sew down and get to a point and turn, and how to snip the edges in order to get your facings and everything to lay really flat. And I really like those detailed instructions. And I also really love the instructions for the cuffs. They are very detailed, and they she goes in very great detail on how to add the sleeve binding for the opening, and how you go ahead and stitch in the ditch to attach your cuff to the sleeve. Just really, really great directions. So the buttons that I chose for this pattern are from Tabitha Sewer, and they are really cute buttons. They are purple, and they have like a really nice sparkle to them. They have kind of a mosaic look, really pretty buttons, and I just love how they match with this with the fabric. It brings out the purple and greens and everything in the print. So I would really like how it brings out the colors, because there's a little bit of purple and pink and blue within this within the buttons. So I love this kind of mosaic. It kind of reminds me of tiles at church, these kind of mosaic tiles. These buttons are really cute, and they're from Tabitha Sewer, and I'll leave a link in the description box so you can go ahead and check out all the many different button styles that Tabitha Sewer sells. So this is such a good pattern. I would suggest this pattern for an advanced beginner, because it does have a couple of more advanced skills, mainly the cuff and the binding, so that you just have to take your time with it. But the instructions are very clear on how to do that. So if you're an adventurous beginner, I think you can easily handle it. Just, you know, it might take you a little bit longer, but it does, their directions are very clear on how to go ahead and tackle the cuffs. So I really like that. Or you can just go ahead and start with the short sleeve version, so you get the main part together, and then after you've done the short sleeve version, then you can go ahead and tackle the cuffed version. I love how it turned out, and I do suggest you go ahead and pick up this beautiful Tia blouse. It is so cute. So the next pattern that I chose to make for the 2022 BHM Pattern Designers Challenge is the Photonia top. And this top is designed by Fibr & Co. Patterns. And this is a really cute top and dress pattern. And it is just a really nice, fun, and loose fitting top and dress. And so the key features of this pattern are the nice rounded neckline, and then the gathered neckline in the front, as well as in the back. And then there are two sleeve variations you can sew. The sleeves are grown on, but you can add two different sleeve options. So you can add a cuff to the top of the sleeve for the short sleeve version, and then there's also an option to sew it kind of at bracelet length. So there's another option for you to add there's an extension to make it about bracelet length. And so it's kind of the same concept as the cuff, but it's just it's quite a bit wider, so that it'll come kind of the bracelet length. And so I like that. And you can also probably just sew it up to here and not add a cuff. But I do like the cuff feature as well. So super, super easy pattern. And so the top is gathered at the neckline in the front and the back, and then you can adjust the neck binding to have the width opening that you want. And I made it at the widest width, and I just love how it turned out. So the pattern comes in 3 sizes. There's size A for bust sizes of 31 inches to 34 inches, size B, which is from bust sizes of 36 inches to 48 inches, and then size C for bust sizes of 40 inches to 62 inches. So there's a great size range, and then there's quite a bit of ease. I sewed up to size A for my 36-inch bust, even though as far as the range, I'm supposed to be in the B, but I decided to go with A because the final bust measurement was 68 for the size A, and that's plenty of room for me, and I still get the loose fitting style that's for the design of the style, so it doesn't really alter it for me. And plus my upper bust measurement is 34, so I would be in the A measurement. So anyway, I just like the sizing of it for me, and it is a very loose fitting pattern. Now there aren't a lot of pattern pieces, like I said before. So you have your front, and then that's cut on the fold, and you have your back cut on the fold, and the top part of the sleeve is grown on, and then you have your two sleeve variations, the cuffed or the bracelet length sleeve, and then you have the option, if you do the dress version, you have pockets, and then you know, side pockets on each side of the dress, and then you have an optional waist belt that you can also sew, and you can add the waist belt to either the top or the dress if you want to. So really cool options. And then on the website there are options, there are variations for you to go ahead and make your neckline a tie-up neckline, and an option for you to add a ruffle instead of the cuff or the bracelet length sleeve. So I really like all of the options and variations, and those two optional, the ruffle as well as the neckline tie, those options and instructions are available for free on the website. So the fabric that I chose is from NicoleElise Textiles, and this is a really fun print. The checks are already the quilted look, patchwork look is already designed into the fabric, so I didn't have to like piece all of these squares together. So I do like that it gives you the look as if you quilted all the squares together, but I didn't, and it's just the fabric. And so I just love this style of fabric, and I'll leave a link to NicoleElise Textiles page in the description box so you can check that out. And I just love this style, and so she has a lot of really fun fabric. I'm not sure if this exact print is still available, but she does have good deals on her fabrics, and everything ships very quickly, and they come in bundles of 6 yards or so. So I really like that because I still have some fabric left over, and I think I want to make some shorts or something in the summer to go with this top as well, to have a whole set. But for now, I'm just wearing it with jeans. But I just really love all the different blocks in this really cute design. So I highly recommend this fabric for sewers of all levels, even beginners. The only tricky part is if you've never done gathering, but the pattern really explains how to go ahead and add your gathering to the neckline, and it's really easy to do. It's a very beginner friendly skill, and so that's the only, you know, more advanced skill. So maybe like this could be your second project. You know, so really simple. You don't even have to know how to attach sleeves, because the sleeves are already grown on to the pattern, and you're just attaching a cuff or a lengthening sleeve. So you're not inserting sleeves. You don't have to really worry about the fit because it's very loose fitting, and you don't have to insert sleeves. There aren't a lot of pattern pieces. This is such a cool pattern. I recommend it to everyone. So I'll leave a link so you can check it out. Now let me tell you about the third thing that I make for the 2022 BHM Pattern Designers Challenge. And this is the cute Ankara cami and dress pattern by Monde's Threads. It's a really cool pattern with 3 different options. You can sew it at the cami length, which I did. I just sewed it, and it comes, you know, right at the top of your hip. And then you can also sew it at a midi length, or you can sew it all the way down to a maxi gown length. And so I really like the options for this pattern. And the pattern is specifically designed for Ankara prints. Although you can sew it up in any kind of woven fabric, the instructions, and then there's a free tutorial that comes along with the pattern. It really explains how to go ahead and make the most out of Ankara print fabric. And so if you didn't know, Ankara fabric usually comes in 44 to 45 inch width. And so for the larger sizes and then the maxi length sizes, you would need to go ahead and make it longer. And so Monde explains in her video how to connect your fabric to go from 44 inch fabric to, you know, 80 inches, so that you can maximize your fabric and get a wider width to the fabric. So I really love how she explains everything and how to use your Ankara fabric so that you can make wider width fabrics. So, but of course you can always use, you know, something else non-Ankara for the design in a 60 inch width. But you can also use your 45 inch Ankara print fabric to go ahead and make a long maxi gown length as well. So I really like that about her tutorial. So the pattern comes in sizes extra small to 3X, and that is for bust sizes of 36 inches to 56 inches. And so I like the pattern range for this pattern. And there aren't a lot of pattern pieces. You just have your front pattern piece cut twice, your back pattern piece cut twice. Then you have your shoulder straps as well as your neck binding. And the shoulder straps attach from the underarm area all the way around, and so that kind of finishes off your shoulders, your armholes, and then you have another pattern piece for the neck binding. So I do like that about the pattern. The only changes that I made is because I was just doing the cami, only had a little bit of fabric left. I decided to go ahead and cut my front and back on the fold, and so that's the only pattern change that I made. This version of this pattern also includes side pockets as well as an optional belt as well. So I wanted to let you guys know that. So the size that I sewed up was a size small for a size 38-inch bust, and I like how it turned out. I like the fit of it. So there's not a ton of ease in the bust area, and so I like that it fits nicely and kind of fitted at the very top, but then it kind of bellows out, and so it's very loose fitting in the waist and hip area. So I really like that about this pattern. Another thing that I like is the neckline. The neckline is the neckline as well as the straps are cut on the bias, and then the neckline is sandwiched in between the fabric. So it's not you don't have to do like normal bias binding where you sew one side and then you flip it over. No, the fabric is sandwiched into the neck binding. So I really like that detail. And there's another little mini video within the pattern that shows you how to go ahead and do that. So I really like that detail for the instructions for the pattern. And I just think it's a really cool way to add bias binding. And then the straps are, adjustable. There's a point in the pattern once you're going to go ahead and kind of try it on and decide how long you want your arm straps to be. So you can have it be this low or you can make it lower. And so I like that about the pattern. And I love the way the back kind of dips in the back. So it's a nice open, it's not too low, side where you want it to land on you while you're going ahead and sewing up the pattern, so you can adjust it to fit as you're sewing along. So you can have a better fit. And the fabric that I use for this pattern is this beautiful Ankara print that I had left over from a dress that I made about, I think in 2020. And so I had some fabric left over from the house of Mamiwata, and I just love this beautiful design. It has these nice kind of leaf prints to it, and I just love how the colors in it, and it goes perfectly with a pair of jeans. And House of Mamiwata has a ton of beautiful Ankara prints for you to choose from. I believe she's based in Atlanta, and the shipping was very quick when I ordered this a while ago. But anyway, I just love how it turned out in this print. It's perfect for a pair of jeans. And I do love this style, and I think you will truly enjoy sewing up this really fun cami top. And I would like to go ahead and sew up the dress or the maxi length gown version as well, because this is such a really cool design, and Monde goes into great detail on how to sew it up. So I highly recommend this really fun pattern. Alright, so those are my 3 makes for the BHM Pattern Designers Challenge, and here are some fun pics and twirls of me wearing all of these 3 tops. Alright, so those are the fun tops for the BHM Pattern Designers Challenge. You still have a few days to go ahead and get your patterns in. So be sure to go ahead and use the hashtag BHMPatterndesigners, as well as tag Natita as So Natural Dane on Instagram by February 28th, so you can be entered in the challenge. And I'm really looking forward to seeing everything that you make. And I've loved seeing all of the designs and patterns that everyone has made so far. And it's just really been a lot of fun seeing what everyone makes. All right, thank you so much for watching today. And until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye.